Greetings, Brutal Planet. We're live today with Ringo from the band Mugshot. How you doing, man?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, honestly, man, I don't want to like kiss your ass too much, but it's rare that a band comes across my desk that I'm like, oh fuck, yeah. And I heard I think the first song I listened to was the single you guys kind of had out, A For a Waking Nightmare.
Oh yeah.
And that kind of drew me in. And then today I listened to like the whole record because Austin sent me kind of a pregame, and man, I'm very impressed. I all killer, no filler, just like just great stuff, man. So
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
yeah, my compliments. It's I was actually pretty excited to talk to you because I've been really digging your shit.
Right on. Thank you.
So to get things started, man, tell me a little bit. I know you guys have been doing it for a minute, and you're from San Jose area, right?
Yeah, the band is originally from San Jose. I'm from Arizona.
Okay,
I'm living out in Los Angeles now. But yeah, the band had started around 10 years ago, maybe a little over 10 years. Um and I was in some old bands that have toured with Mugshot back in the day. Mugshot and my old band did our first tours together. And so I've just been friends with them for such a long time. And the original vocalist uh, went to college, and he was just pursuing a different path. And they had hit me up. Just 'cause I've been around for so long with them, they hit me up to do vocals for the band, and I've just been with them ever since, and it's been fucking amazing.
so is this your first record with them, or
No, my first release with them was the Dancing on a Pin EP or single, and then
okay?
going forward, everything from that.
Yeah, man. So I think what I really dig about the sound is it's kind of got like groove to it too. It's heavy, but it's got like some serious groove to it, like almost like early Pantera type stuff. But tell me a little bit about your influences and stuff, and like what kind of led you to the world of heavy music.
Yeah, I'm influenced by a lot of different kind of lanes when it comes to heavy music. A lot of new metal and like hardcore punk, that kind of stuff when I was growing up. Uh my older sister was into a lot of like the new metal stuff and a lot of like kind of like the Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson,
Sure.
Slipknot, Korn, all that kind of stuff. And whenever she would listen to it, I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever heard. And that was definitely that's the big reason why I'm here now. And I started discovering music kind of on my own from those types of influences, and like I got really into bands like Amir and the Acacia Strain,
Hmm.
um, those kind of bands, into the more like metalcore, deathcore kind of world. And those are like some of my biggest influences.
Yeah, it's funny listening to the album. I was kind of like, man, to me, this sounds like what metalcore is, like what metalcore should be. It's a very like organic blend of hardcore and metal. There's
Mhm.
like you guys have the groove and kind of like the punk energy and the breakdown type shit that a hardcore band would have, but your guitar player is killer, man. I'm a guitar player, so like that's the first thing I listen to too. And he's doing like shit that, for me, it's like I don't hear a lot of bands kind of breaking the mold that much and like
Mhm.
really doing some stuff that's like that I go, oh, that's fucking dope. Like, and
Yeah.
it's not anything that's too fancy either. It's not like he's shredding or he's doing, but it's just like really groove based stuff. And some of the licks that kind of like it's almost like it's got like, do you know Knocked Loose?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, like it's not I'm not saying that you guys sound like them, but it kind of has a little bit of that. It's like the next like evolution of like new metal and just that heavier kind of like more groove oriented type of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that, it just everyone kind of plays like such a important role in like kind of making that sound whole. Um, like Michael's guitar playing, like he'll be playing some crazy, you know, just very like riffy, notey, like "Da-na-na-na-na," you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then Connor, our drummer, he'll like hold it down with parts that are just more like bouncy, more fun or whatever. So it's like the contrast between the more like bouncy, fun drums and then like the like over the top riffing guitar parts. When you put them together, it like creates such a cool like a cool atmosphere sonically.
Yeah, like I said, it has such groove. Like all the tracks on this have like I was like fucking like, yeah, this is hard. This fucking grooves, you know?
Yeah.
The other thing I dig is the dual vocals. Like it's not, is that that's a guitar player that sings the kind of backups?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's another thing maybe that made me compare you guys a little bit to Knocked Loose because they do that sometimes a little bit. But
Mm.
I love that too in the sense that it gives the music, I think, more dynamics, but still keeps it heavy. And that was one of the things I told my buddy. I was like, "Oh, you got to hear this stuff. Like, it's like there's no, they don't let up either. Like, it's a brutal fucking groove, heavy record, but it's not. There's no like soft songs. Like, there's not a
Yeah.
ballad or anything.
Yeah. And I think we definitely aim for that just because like we like to switch things up, obviously, like track to track, but we want to stay true to the sound that we are and the sound that we like want to be. When we play shows, the biggest thing we want is just aggressive energy, whether it's people moshing, stage diving, circle pitting, whatever. Like we always want to just have that like aggressive energy every point of the set. And not to, discredit soft songs um that like, other bands are doing and stuff. It's just not the energy that we want. And so that's what we want it to just be bam, 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 sets over.
Yeah, I love that. And like I said, the music never lets up, which I think is really cool. And I dig that kind of it. But by the same token, the thing I also really dug about you guys that stood out to me is it doesn't sound. It doesn't like there's a certain template I feel like a lot of bands have right now. And I like going back to the metalcore thing, right? It's like I think you guys' sound could be just called metalcore because it's metal and hardcore blended. But then a lot of when people say metalcore, you think of like, like they're going hard for a minute and then they have like a Blink 182 kind of like sing-songy chorus and stuff. And there's none of that here, which I totally appreciate.
Yeah, we've always like talked about choruses. Um and it's just not something that we don't really do. And I mean, as you can tell, like from the record, all of our songs are like 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of like repeating moments, but there was a couple tracks where we put like choruses in,
Hmm.
and it's just like the same vocal part over a different guitar riff, but we still want to like change it up. We never want it to be like we don't wanna do, like, verse, chorus, whatever, that's just, like,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
who we are as a band.
It's cool too, because I feel like you can have a hook like without it having to be like a melody sing-songy type thing. Even the
Yeah,
guitar can be like the song fucking hostile by Pantera. Like that song has a hook.
yeah,
It's not like, well, it's not like a happy melodic hook, but there's a hook.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So the album comes out on the 20th of June. What are you guys doing in the build up to that? Are you going to be releasing any more singles? Are you guys going to be out on tour promoting the album before it
Yeah,
comes out or?
um, we have already dropped, I believe, 4 of the songs that are on the record, and we have 1 more coming out, I think in, like, a week or something, before the record comes out, so it's 1 more song, uh, and then, like, a week after the album drops, we'll be on tour with Orthodox, Omerta, and Frumjoy. So that's gonna be like the moment where we're gonna be like really pushing this record. That way people have a little bit of time to sit with it and then they just get to immediately see it live, which most of our set is gonna be the new tracks. You know, one to promote the album, of course, but two, just so it's like people, while it's still fresh in their mind, get to like
Mhm.
experience it live, which is what we intended when we wrote the record.
Yeah, yeah. So let's dig in a little bit on that. When you guys write, did you guys get into a room together and write this stuff, or like jam it out, or like do you guys kind of trade files? Like how did you put the album together?
Yeah, so usually when we write, it's difficult because none of us live in the same city. We're all kind of scattered now. Adult, we have our own lives and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty
So we're
common. A
yeah,
lot of
so
bands.
we're kind of split. And so writing is always kind of tricky because like Michael might be in a creative mood writing a riff, send something over, but like we're busy. And so it's just kind of like a we'll get to it when we get to it kind of vibe. But for this record, we were able to go out to New Jersey and record with Randy in his studio for it's like 3 to 4 weeks or something like that.
Hmm.
And that was like it was really cool because it was all four of us in one space, kind of in the middle of nowhere, so we couldn't really go anywhere else. Like we had no distractions, and
Hmm.
we just all locked in to write this record together. And I think it really shows because it's every song has so much of each of our influence like in it. And you can really tell that like it was a lot more collaborative and not even like just with us, like having Randy there with us helping us write this record. He's he's produced a lot of our favorite bands.
Yeah, you mentioned
He's
Acacia Strain, right? He worked with them.
yeah, yeah, he works with the
Randy
Acacia
LaBeouf, is
Strain.
that?
Yeah, Randy LaBeouf, yeah. He's unbelievable. And he knows like we'll write a part that we're all like, that was great. Like this part's awesome. This is sick. And he'll be like, but what if we did this? And now it's the coolest part. I like, the
Even
coolest
better,
part of the
yeah.
song. And it's just he knows he knows exactly what we're going for, even if like we aren't necessarily seeing it.
Yeah, yeah, that's dope. I mean, the album sounds like was just blasting it on like my subs and stuff. It sounds killer. Like I said, like, and I heard I really loved that the track of For a Waking Nightmare.
Mhm.
And then I started hearing some of the other tracks, like Skin the Rabbit was like a standout one for me. I think I listened to that like 3 or 4 times.
Oh
It's
hell
just
yeah.
fucking brutal. Like, do you write all the lyrics?
The lyrics are definitely collaborative. I write the majority of them,
Okay.
but our guitarist Michael writes a lot of the lyrics. And then when we're all together, like going over what we're saying, Randy will come up with some ways to like maybe rephrase things, add some lines. Connor writes some one-liners. Ciro wrote some of the lyrics and stuff. So it's definitely collaborative, but I write the majority of it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, everything about it, like I'm very big on lyrics too. Like a lot of people don't give a shit, but like even the lyrics, I was like, man, like just the way that the songs are kind of the themes are like Skin the Rabbit, like that's a hardcore ass, just the sound of that, you know.
Yeah.
So I really I appreciate the lyrical content as well. Like you guys really took the time to like craft something that's brutal on every level.
Yeah, definitely.
So I guess tell me a little bit about maybe what you guys see in the future, or are there any like maybe dream tours or anything that on the horizon that we should know about?
Yeah, as of right now, we're doing the tour with Orthodox from Joy No Merda, which like I could not be more stoked. Like that entire lineup is unbelievable.
Is
Orthodox
it
has such
nationwide or like across, like you
it's
guys going
across the
west, east to
US.
west?
Yeah. Yeah, it's spans I think the entire US. Um and it's just like every band on that lineup brings such a unique like sound and a unique like atmosphere. Like from Joy, I fucking love that band. That band is unbelievably good, and they have such a like it's weird because they manage to blend this sound where they're like chill vibe, but it's also like the hardest riff. And so it's like they just I don't know how they do it. I don't their minds are so different. I love everything that they're doing. And then Omerta, they're killing it. Their hyperviolence EP. I when that thing came out, it was like so fucking cool. I had it on repeat. It's so like has that vibe that like Slipknot gave me back in the day.
Hmm.
And it's just they're so aggressive. And even their new stuff, like it has such a cool like blend of like new metal sounds, and they have like hip hop influences, electronic, has kind of like a Maximum the Hormone vibe to it that I'm like so in love with. And
Damn, I've
Orthodox.
never listened to their stuff. I'll have to check it out.
Oh, you got to check them out. They're awesome. And then Orthodox, I mean, of course, they sound massive. Another band that Randy has worked with. Um and they're just they're so chaotic and so like dark, and they have such a like, in a good way, such a like negative, like I'm pissed and upset kind of vibe that their music brings, and I'm like so excited to like listen to it every night.
Yeah, that's dope, man. It sounds like you're a fan of the music intensely, which is like where I'm coming from too. Is there like what are there some other albums that you're in heavy rotation right now that you could shout out or something? Like I know I've been listening to the new Death Heaven record, pretty heavy,
Unbelievable.
fucking amazing. But I'm always interested to hear like, from other metal fans and hardcore fans, like what's going on.
Yeah, the new Death Heaven record, of course, like they're unbelievable band. I just got to see them at Rockville. Um they sounded so fucking good. Their drummer is unbelievable. Um and yeah,
They're a band
they're
too that
just
I've heard in the periphery for a long time, and I just
mhm.
recently got into them.
Yeah, they're such a special band, and I mean it shows. They're so good. I've been jamming them a lot. Um in the not heavy world, I've been jamming the band Provoker. They just put out a new record. I love that band.
What kind of music is
They're
that?
it's weird. It's kind of like a synth wave kind of vibe to
Okay.
it. I want to say like has some pop influence for sure. But they do their sound very, very well. They're like up there right now with like some of my favorites. Yeah,
Say the name again. Provoker.
Provoker, yeah. Yeah, great band. As far as other music, I've been jamming. I mean, music is my life, so I just every time someone sends me a recommendation, I check it out, and there's so many good bands. A lot of good like labels and stuff putting out really good shit. Like Days, obviously, like every band that drops through Days has fucking unbelievable music. LDB, great. They're dropping fucking awesome bands. Uh, so yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a mixed bag for sure.
Yeah, it's such a cool time for music because I mean, a lot of people, some of the older heads are like, "Oh, back in my day, I was like this." But I feel like it's never been easier for like an artist with a vision to kind of make it a reality and get it to a larger amount of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was listening to that band 100 Gex the other day,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's stupid, like simple, kind of like internet pop, but like even some of the riffs they're doing are so cool.
yeah,
And the way they kind of blend it with fucking electronica, and it's like stupid, like the lyrics are stupid, but they're also brilliant. It's like just
yeah. It's bands like that too that like the first time I heard 100 Gex, I was like, it's cool. I don't get it, but whatever. But it's just as I listen to it more and like I like really like kind of put myself into their shoes, like they're doing something so different and so
yeah.
unique. I have like so much respect for it, and like seeing their live performances and stuff and just how like I don't know, like they are doing their sound so well, and they're crushing. And
Yeah,
it's the same with bands like Puzzle, which I believe is like one person. Very kind of like a weird kind of sound. But they do it so well, and it's just so creative. I have so much respect for that.
yeah, there's just a wealth of, it's almost like a fire hose of great music content, and it's so hard to like pick through it all. It's like I don't have enough time to listen to all the great stuff that I want to listen to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to really kind of pick through it. Well, I mean, that's pretty much all I had, man. I really dig the record. I see big things for you guys. I mean, I'm able to hear the advance record, but it comes out on June 20th, so anyone
Mhm.
watching this should fucking check it out. Specifically that song "Skin the Rabbit." That's fucking sick. The whole thing is
Hell
good
yeah.
though. I have to like there, you know, I didn't have time to like listen to give it multiple listens. I just really put on the whole thing. I think I listened to it twice today, but
Mhm.
that was one that stood out. And do you have any favorite tracks on the record?
Yeah, one of them that we already dropped, "Next to Your Idols," is like one of my favorite songs we've written. It's so different from like anything else that we've done. It's like, I don't know, it's slow, heavy, but still has like a lot of energy to it, which I think is really cool. And performing that song is so fun. It's like the highlight of every night. Um
Awesome.
and as far as songs that aren't released, I Will Be Here Forever. That one is I
Went through
love
that
that
one.
song. It was interesting because when we first started writing it, I really was not feeling it. I thought it was just like too different from what like everything else we were doing. Um, but just as the song kind of built up more and more, and like the vocals were laid down, the bass was laid down, like all the cool like noises and sound effects that we put in it. Like once all that was put together, I was like, yeah, this song is definitely special. Like I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a lot of people's like favorite on the record.
So was it? There's a like kind of an EP you guys have out with the, some couple. Was that Next to Your Idols or is?
Yeah, yeah, that's Next to Your Idols, Veil of Tears, Die in Fear, and A Foreawakened Nightmare. Those
Yeah,
songs were just kind of dropped as singles, but Spotify compiled them into like an EP. So a lot of people, interesting, don't like they think that that's like the record.
an official. Okay.
Yeah, and like I've seen people post about it and be like, the new Mugshot EP is awesome, and I'm like, just wait, because there's like 8 more songs coming out.
Yeah, yeah. No, for real too. For real too. Cause I love the singles, but when I heard like the meat of the album, I was like, holy shit, this is even better.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So kudos, man. Again, it's like I we talked to a lot of bands and I fucking respect anyone that's out there doing music. But like I was definitely excited to talk to you, man, because I really dig your stuff and hope to get I don't know if you guys are hitting Albuquerque on this tour. I was in LA for 25 years, but I just
Mm.
came out here to Albuquerque last year. And it's a very metal city.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sure you've
I'm not
probably
sure
been
if we're
here.
playing Albuquerque on this run. I'd have to double check, but Albuquerque is like one of my favorite cities to play. I love playing like it's not like a small town or anything, but like those like areas that a lot of bands and artists like for some reason seem to like skip over. Every time we do a tour, if Albuquerque's not on the route, we try to like put it in the route. Like we try to go out of our way to play there, just because like the scene is so special there, and they like everyone there makes you feel like family. And I have so much love and respect for Albuquerque. I want to play there every chance we get.
You're from Arizona, right?
From Arizona, yeah. I
What
live
part of
out in
Arizona?
LA. I'm from Tucson.
Okay, okay, cool. Yeah, because Arizona's I think it's similar vibes to Albuquerque. Albuquerque is so artsy though. It's a very like art friendly New Mexico in
Yeah.
general. I mean, Santa Fe and Taos and up north too, but
Yeah, being from Tucson, an area like that, Tucson's another one of those cities that like a lot of bands seem to skip over. Most bands just go to Phoenix.
yeah.
But Tucson is like so special. And just like growing up and going to shows and stuff, like I really like the bands that went out of their way to play Tucson are like the bands that stick with me. And so that's like I always want to kind of like do that myself. Like
Sure.
anytime someone is like, no one ever comes through to our town or whatever, I'm send us a DM, tell us your town, we'll figure it out. Like we want to play those like small areas, because like when we play those smaller areas, even if there's only like 15 to 20 people in the room, if the
They go
energy is
off.
like there, like that's special. Like that's what I want. That's what I'm here for.
So I grew up in Utah,
Hmm.
not Salt Lake City, but Provo Orem area. And I moved out to LA in the late 90s and I lived there for like 25 years. And I definitely saw that like Utah, going to shows in Utah and Salt Lake, motherfuckers would go off because it's like there's not like a lot else going on there. And I go to shows in LA, especially Hollywood. It's like a lot of people are just like,
Oh
yeah, I
yeah.
could do that. Like I'm in the industry too, or whatever. You know, it's like
Yeah.
people. I feel like you have to really work. Not that I love LA. Don't get me wrong. It's like it's my home really.
Mhm.
But it's like you have to work a lot harder. And I feel like people in a city like Albuquerque, they just fucking are there for the art of it, and there's less pretense in a lot of ways. But
Yeah.
that's my take. And I've been to a lot of killer shows I saw Suffocation and Incantation in LA at this like grungy little fucking downtown spot under the bridge 1720. And I've
Oh
seen
fuck
some
yeah.
killer shows there.
I
So
love 1720. That venue
it's
is
the best.
awesome.
Yeah,
Every show that I've gone to there has been fucking
it's
awesome.
it's my favorite. I saw Darkest Hour there too.
Oh fuck yeah.
Fucking it's so killer. Well, man, that's 30 minutes. Thank you again, Ringo, for taking the time, dude. I hope to catch you guys live soon, whether it's in LA or Phoenix or Denver or Albuquerque when you
Word.
get here. So
Thank you so much for having me.
yeah, and please come back through, man. Bring your guitar player next time, and
Hell yeah.
everyone check the record out on. Go listen to the EP now, but the full record comes out on June 20th, and show these guys some love. Mugshot.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother. Take care of yourself.
Appreciate you.
We'll see you out there.